Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Realness meets Entertainment in Color. We are here to talk about Love Island. I was going to say UK, USA Season 4, Episode 10. And we got another good one. How are you, Tamika, my co-host? What are your overall thoughts of this episode?
I am loving this season, guys. I don't know. I'm in. I'm in. They got me. I love it all. The drama, the love, the drama, the violence. Not real violence, but the violence.
It's so dangerous in a just the emotional relationship kind of way. Like, it's very dramatic and intense. Like, I'm like watching it and like it's good. This is like very, very entertaining. And and I have to say, like, I know there's a lot of people that aren't appreciating what Zeta is bringing, but she is bringing, like, she really is bringing this season.
She my girl. She my
like,
girl.
She can do whatever she wants at this point. I support this woman. Yep. Like, I support this woman. I guess it's probably because I see myself in her and like the conflicts that she's having and like the decisions that she needs to make, and I can see the connection that she has. Like, I can feel that connection. Like, I feel it. We felt it from before this mix-up happened, and it's just such an interesting thing because, like, what is Zeta gonna do? What is she going to do?
I have an idea.
Okay, we're going to talk through it. We're going to talk through it for sure. Yes. Hey, Jess, how are you? Jessica's also here. I know, another good one. Great episode. Yes, Dana, thank you for being here. Thank you, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina.
I'm just so happy that it's starting off on a good note. Even like aesthetically, watching it, there's something that I'm very much enjoying about this new villa and the new filming style. Like, there's something that I really enjoy about it, like more than the last 3 seasons. So they are doing a lot right so far this season.
Yeah,
a lot right.
I know there's some choices that were like, oh, like this doesn't work. Like, what are they thinking? What are they doing? And I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually pretty okay so far. I'm pretty good with casting decisions. They could do with a little. They could stand to do with a little, like just a slightly little less dumping. Like, give us maybe instead of 2 days every dumping. Like, can we have like a 3 days every dumping? Like,
I don't need a dumping right now because I don't need a dumping right now. We don't need to talk about the ending completely, but my question is, I really feel like Zeta's decision is the most important decision. So how do you feel about the fact that they left it on hers, but then there's still 2 or 3 other people that need to go? Like, do you not? I feel like hers would be the most important. Hers would be the last decision that needs to be made. Like, standing there and like having to choose. And like her and like Bria standing, the last 2 women that haven't chosen a man yet or something, and like having 3 guys to choose from. Like, I don't know. I thought that might have been more interesting because I want to. I'm more invested in her decision as opposed to Maddie and Courtney's.
I mean, I will say, I think her decision affects the most Islanders, I think, in the villa, whereas the other 2 doesn't really affect that many people. Like, literally, Zeta's decision affects 4 people.
You think?
Whereas,
I guess him.
So if it came down to Zeta making her decision, somebody would go home, and I don't think they want either Jeff or Timmy to go home, to be honest.
They both should not. Like, there's no part in either of those 2 men should face a dumping almost ever. I at this point, I don't think that they should be there at the end.
Right. So I think that's why they stuck her in the middle and cut us off right at her decision, so that's what would happen. Like, her decision affects so many people. Whereas I think we kind of know where Maddie's going. I
Well,
think
I
we're
don't.
kind of go where Courtney's going.
Well, unless we can talk it through, whatever.
Yeah.
Courtney picks Felipe, and then Maddie decides to pick what's
Flip.
his name, Bryce, and
Mm-hmm.
bye bye Andy.
Okay, it's possible, but she was talking about, oh, she's enjoying Andy's kisses and she
I
misses
think
him
that
and I'm
that's
just
just edited in to make us not know that Andy's done, because like, especially if Courtney does not pick Bryce and she picks Felipe, I just
mm-hmm.
don't think that Maddie would give up somebody that she thought was like an Italian stallion that she was interested in. You know what I mean? When they came into the villa,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she would go. Yeah, Jeff, he can go, no issues whatsoever. Exactly. Maddie might switch it up. I can see Maddie switch it up. I could also see. I just don't see Felipe going home because like that would
I don't
suck.
see
I think
Felipe. I
if
really don't. I don't see Courtney taking a chance to drop Felipe for Bryce. Now, if Bryce stays in there because Maddie chooses him, and then eventually she flips, I could see that. But I can't see. I can't see her. It's just. It was the
not
same
yet.
thing to me with Chaz and Serenity. I don't see Serenity dropping Chaz right now for an if or a maybe because
Yeah,
Chaz
no,
is
not
still
yet.
sure. So she made the right decision, in my opinion.
Yes, Al. Unfortunately, we're trying to figure out a solution. Hopefully, we'll figure something out over the weekend. But Twitch or Love Island USA has been coming down on people streaming, so taking down videos. So we're trying to find a solution. So hopefully by next week we'll figure something out and we'll have watch parties again on Tamika's stream.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happened at the beginning of this episode? So much happened to this episode.
Yes.
Although
So
that's
it started where we left off with Bryce and Jeff walking into the villa with champagne.
Yes, and like you were saying that you weren't necessarily feeling Jeff, but I'm feeling Jeff. Like I think
Oh,
he's
yeah.
very sexy. Like
I will say I love his energy. So I wasn't necessarily like attracted to him when he walked into the villa, but love his energy. Went on his Instagram. He's cute. He's a cutie.
he's
He's
a
too
cutie
young for
dude.
me.
Did we find his birthday?
No, he has like 4 pictures on there. But
Oh.
I'm thinking because the way he answered the question when somebody asked him like his birthday, he was messing up the age. I'm thinking it just passed. So I'm thinking he could either be
Gemini?
a Cancer.
I don't think he's a Cancer.
I think he's a Cancer.
You do?
Or a Taurus.
I was thinking Gemini because like she likes that Gemini vibe, yo. That's most of June.
I'm leaning more Cancer, to be honest.
I don't know. Well, I don't know him obviously that well. Is he really that emotional? He seems to be able to have a bit of chat. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we get to figure it out. So Bryce has caught Maddie's eye, and Courtney also think that Bryce is husband material. So that's one of the reasons why I think that maybe Courtney could have it be swayed, because I do think that what Bryce has been bringing to Courtney is that security, that feeling a little bit hesitant with Felipe. With Felipe, I could still see his head being turned if somebody comes in. And I think that Courtney does not want that to happen. So I wouldn't be surprised if she took a chance with Bryce, just for the fact that he seems more sure of her. And, you know, she's also attracted to him. So I'm curious. Because if she doesn't choose him, there's a chance that he could go home and she will never get to explore that connection. But we'll see. We'll see. So Bria thinks Jeff is hot because he is definitely a hottie. But he does say, I've seen some snakes in here, though. The shade of it all. Thank you, Jeff, for bringing. Why are you rolling your eyes?
It's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Stop talking jack shit.
I'm causing trouble.
Yeah.
He's a bombshell.
Yeah.
So he says her name, Zeta's name, and Zeta like hugs him because he said her name right. And I know she was just doing that because she knows it would irritate to me. So
Yeah.
you get it, girl. You irritate that man because I would be irritated with him myself.
Oh, he was pissed.
He was so pissed. So Bryce keeps on saying like he doesn't have a type, but he does say he goes for energy, and I'm like, well, that's good. Like go a little bit more in depth into that. Like, what kind of energy do you mean? Like, do you mean just having a spark? Do you mean like someone that's like high energy? Do you feel like somebody that's like super chill all the time? Like, give me more.
But I go by energy too. Like, so I get it. Like, that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like
if it clicks, if it's there, the vibe.
Right. Mm-hmm. I just don't believe him because I can specifically say the energy that I like. Like, I like a man who will like pursue me, but I also like, to have my like time. So you have to have your own thing going on. So, but we got to be able to cuddle, and we have to be able to go out, and we have to be a vibe when we're out, meaning we're dancing, we're eating, we're drinking. Like, I can tell you
exactly
what energy I am attracted to. So I'm not talking jack shit. I don't believe anything Bryce was saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, just say what you mean. Like,
which is why I love Zeta going like,
have you dated black women?
Feel like black women. Let's cut this.
And then she's like, have you dated black women? And she's like, yes. And I was like, okay, good. That's good. That's good. But he didn't seem to put any interest into Zeta or Serenity, unfortunately, or Bria. I still would have liked to see if there was some sort of connection with them, you know what I mean? Right. But he didn't, he wasn't focused on them at all.
Unless it was cut out when they edited the game, which is possible. Yeah. We would see it maybe on an unseen bit or something.
Oh yeah, maybe check it out tomorrow and see if there's any additional stuff we can learn about those two guys. Yeah. But Jeff does say that his type is nice eyes, beautiful smile, and good feet.
I died laughing. It's like, okay, nice is specific. I like it.
But like guys that say good feet, it just reminds me of like in the 90s. Wasn't it always a thing with like people with like toes that go? What was the movie from? Was it
Boomerang?
I was gonna say Boomerang. Yeah, so where the feet go over the toe, the shoe toes, and like, and at the end of the movie, she looks down at the feet and like she has like perfect, cute feet. Yes. He's like, yes. So that makes me think that he has a mother that's shown him that video or something like that. Like, I don't know, seen the movie Boomerang. I laughed definitely at that. So our star quality woman here, Zeta, just says, let's play a game. So she is the producer's dream. She has to be. Like, let's get this party started. So I couldn't really write it.
Ian was saying it. She said, he's like, oh, in the UK, they're used to playing party games. But she's in America, so she has to say it for beer pong.
Well, it's beer pong dare. Beer pong dare. Yeah. So I didn't really write them all, but like Bria had to kiss her top two. No surprise.
No surprise.
Timmy was the other person. She chose Jesse.
Yep.
I mean, I wonder if she had a spark with Jesse. I'm interested to hear a little bit more about that because she does seem right now that she's like a kid in a candy store. Like, oh, he's hot. Oh, he's hot. I want to make up with him. I want to make up with him. And it's great, but like as a bombshell, that's not necessarily the best way to go about it because you might end up with nobody if you're not focused on one person. So I was like, you do you, girl, but this might you do you out of the villa. It might happen. She might get down for it. Everybody's asking though, is Chaz, are you gonna watch your sister make out? Like, it is weird. It is weird. And the challenges.
He wasn't watching, but he was also like, oh, don't hurt her. Like, I was like, no, Chad, just don't watch. Don't say anything. Just don't watch. Let her crap on. Like, just don't
not
watch.
Good. And I don't like it. And I don't enjoy her kissing style in these challenges.
We're going to talk about her kissing.
Okay, should I find the clip?
Very pointed. I think it's very pointed. It's like, So just the energy in her kisses with Timmy, I think, like in this challenge, not a bad kiss, but that licking thing, those kisses that he's giving her, there's no reason to lick afterwards. And
Yeah,
trust me,
well,
I like a good lick, but it's gotta be
absolutely.
yummy. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like it's
like
gotta be yummy.
she's performative. Like
Yeah,
it seems like she's just like putting on the show that she's like
yeah,
super sexual. I mean, she is a
yeah,
Scorpio, so they
yeah,
do have that kind of energy for sure.
yeah.
But it seems like when she kisses him, even in this challenge, actually with all the guys, it's like they're keeping up, keep trying to keep up with her kissing, which is not creating the moment, right? It's not getting into the groove, into the pocket where like it's tingly and magical. Like it's just kissing for sport as opposed to kissing for sensuality. And
Yeah.
so from what I've learned of Timmy and Zeta is they kiss for passion and sensuality. And I'm not sure if he's completely vibing with her style of kisses. I'm not sure though about the bedroom kisses though. So I'm not sure. It doesn't
Yeah, I mean, she
seem.
seems to be initiating the bedroom ones.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also that. He's not pulling away, fine. But I just feel like there's like she keeps doing this lick thing, and I'm just
Well,
like,
it might be a
look,
case of sexuality is not a personality.
this is
It might,
absolutely true.
it
It's
might be a
absolutely
case of
true.
this
Yeah.
because I don't know. I haven't really learned that much about her other than the
No.
fact that she like thinks a few guys are hot.
Yeah.
She wants Zeta to be nicer to her,
Yeah.
and she doesn't seem like a good kisser. So but she seems to be leading with like passionate sexual kisses that aren't
Yep.
connected, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Courtney, I did find kissed Bryce better than her kisses with Felipe. You agree?
That was a hot kiss.
Right? I was like,
That was a hot kiss. Lots of passion. Yeah.
So I was like, she likes him. He's into her. Like this could work out. We don't know here. So Mr. Jesse, Mr. I'm not giving Deb any attention whatsoever, kind of friend zone vibes, has to choose to kiss whoever he thinks is the most fit other than Deb.
Yeah.
And he chooses Serenity.
I called it.
This is still shocking to me.
Didn't I call it a couple episodes ago?
I think so. I don't remember
her?
fully, but
Yeah,
he what?
that he would save her. Remember, I said I think
Oh yeah.
I think he likes her. Probably the next Islander that he would. Yep.
But their signs vibe. So Pisces and Taurus do vibe very well together. It could be a case of like Deb and him both being Taurus. There might be two bullheaded against each other. And he might need a little bit of the wateriness of Pisces with Serenity. So I still was shook.
Scorpio.
Yeah, give her Bria. You could take him, Bria. Take him. Just get out of that square.
Yeah.
Like let it be Zeta's love triangle. You need out of that.
And the funny part is Serenity didn't see it coming because she literally was like, and he thought he was gonna walk right by her, and he's like, "No, you." And she's like, "What?" And the kiss was hot. I'm sorry.
She kissed her pretty well. It was a pretty good kiss. It was a better kiss than he's ever given anybody.
It's been terrible. That was a hot kiss.
Definitely. So then Timmy has to answer who he would rather be in a couple with. I mean, it's true. He's being honest. He'd rather be in a couple with Zeta. He knows her vibe. He knows like what they have and knows her for a week and a half longer. So it's expected, but it's a bit of a diss considering you have this new girl in your bed that you've kissed at least once in the bed.
The kisses mean nothing to me, just like to him.
They don't mean anything to him. No. So Jeff has to kiss 3 women. So he kisses Bria. I believe the second person was Deb and Zeta. So
And
that
the kiss with Bria was really solid, kind of hot.
I think
The,
he's a good kisser, and Bria I
yes,
don't
the
think
kiss
is
with
right
Deb was
now.
okay. The kiss with Zeta was hot as hell too.
It was if I had interest in Zeta and I saw that kiss, I would be hella jealous.
Kiss, yeah.
I'd be as jealous as Luca is with Gemma over
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Yep.
Like I would be like I'd feel a type of way for sure. Um and so after this challenge though, Timmy's walking over to the guys and he's like, "Man, he kissed both of them. He kissed both of them." And so and I like the fact that this guy is a little bit taller than Timmy. His tattoos look a little bit nicer. I mean, I'm not particularly into neck tattoos as like for a life partner, but if I was 22, I'd be into neck tattoos. You know what I mean? But personally, it's just at my big age, I don't necessarily want neck tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
but I think if I was just to look at them, I would think that Jeff is hotter for sure. Just aesthetically, I'm like, his lips are really, really mushy and sexy. Anyways, so I was like, yes, Jeff pulls Zeta over for a chat, and I love that he just drowns her in compliments. He's like, I enjoyed that kiss. And she talks about how she's been single for 6 years. She has dated someone younger before. And he's like, I like my cougars. And she's like, oh, I'm a cougar. I love that she doesn't actually get offended by little things like that. You know what I mean? Like there could be people that be like, why do you think I'm old? Like kind of get like uppity about, not uppity, but like get.
Technically, she's a Puma because Puma is like within 5 years. Cougar is within 10.
So I'm happy that she wasn't offended by that at all.
Yeah, it doesn't offend me when people say it to me. I'm just like, listen.
It depends, but I don't think I would have been offended if I was her in that position right then. But I don't think that just because she is the oldest, she might be like, oh, like he's calling me old, and like I already have to deal with all these young people. So that's the only reason why. But she handled it well. We're getting to all of them. So let's see what else we have here. Jesse making out with Serenity 2 times was so unexpected. We're getting to the second one. Absolutely. We all want Andy to go here. Okay, so Jessica says, I think Maddie's decision depends on Courtney's decision. I could even see Maddie pick Felipe if Courtney picked Bryce. I mean, Maddie and Felipe could work. They're both Geminis as well. Like, they haven't done any exploration whatsoever. Wasn't she his second choice?
Yeah.
Or like he
thought about that. Yeah, that's actually a good thought process.
I think that Andy's done.
Wow. I didn't even think about that. Actually, yeah. I can see that. I can see Maddie going for Felipe. He's 32, older. He's got an accent. I'm sure they have talked. That's actually not a bad idea. Actually.
LaRonda says that that's possible, but I can't with Deb. Jesse could have gone home. Yeah, we don't care for Jesse. But we know that storyline needs to stick around for a little bit. They both talk about celibacy.
Heating up at this point. Like, we got lots of possibilities. I'm here for it.
Yeah, there's stuff going on. There's stuff going on for sure. And Andy is not really bringing it at this point. Everybody else has a double storyline. Well, and Sydney and Isaiah, meh. But everybody else has stuff happening.
Yeah, they're the 2 youngest. They can crack on, and it's fine. We'll see them at Casa more.
So Bryce and Courtney do have a conversation, and it's a pretty mature conversation. He says like, oh, we're both in LA. He's in finance. She's a stylist. And I thought that was interesting that he was saying like he thinks that they would balance each other out. Like, and he's kind of looking towards the future. She even says that I don't even know if it was this conversation or was the next one, but that she is interested in the fact that he's looking towards the future. That means that he's looking for something a little more serious, which is completely opposite to probably the vibe that she's getting from Felipe.
Yeah.
But she said I don't know if she said starting a children's charity in Korea, which I thought was pretty awesome. And somebody did send me that she is Korean and German, I believe is her mix. Those are the flags that are in her bio.
See? She's mixed.
Definitely ethnic. Well, we had a feeling. So Timmy and Bria have a conversation. And this is the thing about Bria, is that like if you're gonna come in bombshell, don't cry now. Like, I mean, she's just kind of sulking with Timmy and just being like, you know, she's upset that I get it. Like, I'd probably be offended, upset as well, but like the emotional angle is just not, from my experience, going to work with a guy like Timmy. It's just going to annoy him. It's like, because what he likes, and he even says it in this episode, is like, she came in knowing what she wanted me, and that was hot. So if you're gonna be like, oh, like, you know, you like, and you're not gonna still like have that same fire and like, I want you, I can get you, I can pull you, I don't care about what's going on with you and her, like what we have is more important. Like, that's the energy that he is vibing with. And so that she's being all like, oh, well, you didn't say you wanted to be in a couple with me, like, you know.
She let the facade down too quickly.
Yeah, like I know he's still entertaining it at this point, but like I'd probably be turned off by this. But I'm an air sign, so that would just annoy me. So
I'm gonna tell you the truth. By the time we got to the challenge, I think he was.
Interesting. So he does say, though, he's like, listen, like I started something with Zeta. I put things on pause with Zeta to be able to explore something with you. So this is what I'm doing. I'm exploring something with you. She has to realize that it is something on pause. No matter what, he's still going to have to maybe end something with her or have some sort of conversation with her. Like if he does choose you in the end. So you inserted yourself into something that was building. So why are you so surprised? Like, just,
I think she just thought that just her picking him was supposed to be it, and no,
but like,
not with the connection that he had with Zeta.
Not with Zeta, not with her. Like, I mean, did she not watch the episodes? Like, obviously she did. And like, I really found that their connection was very clear. Probably one of the clearest connections I've ever seen on any of these shows right off the bat.
I don't know how much she got to watch, because a lot of times they don't let them watch everything. And so it's possible that she didn't watch everything, because I'm going to tell you the truth. If she watched the kisses he was giving Zeta compared to the kisses she's getting, she would be pissed. If she watched the little movements, he would kissing her shoulder, hugged up under her, all over her, she would be pissed. She didn't watch it.
She must not have. Maybe it was just like a small clip that they showed her so that she would go in and get herself involved in this mess. Because like, hi RC. RC agrees with me that Jeff has a sexiness about him. I'm into him. But I am into this moment that happened between Zeta and Timmy when they're both walk past each other in like that little courtyard. And like they were just like magnetically drawn to each other, and like I was drawn in. I'm like moving in. I'm like, oh my god, like they have something that's literally palpable. And that moment, like she could tell that she wanted to be in that moment forever, but like she's like, no, I gotta get out. I gotta go from this. And like I really felt it. You're nodding with me, like you felt it too.
I mean, the fact that in the first look and in the previews, that whole interaction was super short compared to the actual interaction that we got tonight.
It was so like I have goosebumps right now.
I miss you too. And just the entire make out. Listen, I don't know what Bria is thinking. I don't know. Listen, if I saw any of that energy coming my way, again, I go by energy. If I saw any of that energy going back and forth, X me out.
I would not be part of this.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. Like they're just so, there's just like this thing between them. It's just yeah, exactly. Sorry, Jessica. Like Timmy answered that question quickly and easily. There was no competition at that point, like at all. Oh my God. Yes. Zeta and Timmy moment was the best. It was so good. I agree. Zeta and Timmy kissing was it's so sexy. Like, it's just, why is she bothering messing up? I mean, it's making for interesting TV right now. And it might be that they don't even get to be together. And it's going to be this whole like staring at each other from across the room type thing, because they're both in couples that they don't want to be with. You know what I mean? Like, that could be what's going on with this storyline. I'm not sure, obviously. But if that's going to create this moment in that courtyard, I'm here for it. I love a clandestine kiss with somebody that's forbidden. Like, get it. So good.
Then when she said, is it because there's new guys here? That's what he likes. I'm trying to tell you people. That is what he likes. That she can get away with that shit. If Bria was bringing that same energy, he might think a little twice. A little twice.
But she brings it's not in that same flow, you know. She's just like, it's just like kind of like a little bit more hyper, a little bit more like, it's just a different vibe. And
it's more earnest.
Yeah.
Not as sexy.
Yeah. Yeah, like she's not as like, I know this man wants me. Like, it's not the same type of confidence that I think that he thought that she was going to be bringing by choosing him. Because I think he thought, like, if she's seeing what I'm going through with Miss Zeta right now, and she thinks that she can insert herself and break up this connection, she must be bringing something, right? Mm-hmm. But then she dropped the fire.
She didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, Timmy pulling her to him, and I like that moment too. Yes, Tasha. Yes, that moment was magnetic. They keep on going back for more. I'm like, I love it. I love it. Zeta is the MVP for sure. Somebody else said this, the MVP. Yes, MVP of the season, hands down. The moment between Timmy and Zeta, but I would prefer her not to kiss him. It's you can't stop a kiss like that. It's just impossible.
It's impossible. I feel like, because I'm seeing a lot about these kisses. Like, people are so upset about his kisses with Bria and Bad, and people are.
I don't feel a connection with them in Bad.
That she kissed him in the moonlight, in the darkness.
I would never say no to that kiss. I don't care if I'd be getting in trouble. I don't care if, like, I was going to get dumped out. That kiss would be had.
Absolutely worth it. People kiss every day for no reason. People kiss. Not everybody thinks a kiss is intimate. To me, a kiss is probably one of the most intimate things that you can do. But that's for me. Some people go to a club, they kiss every fucking man that's in them.
I used to do that when I was 21.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, a kiss is nothing. If they, had sex, did stuff under the covers, call me back. Come run this back. But other than that, I don't care about these kisses. Like,
but this kiss,
what I'm saying is, whatever chance you get to have a kiss, get the kisses out the way.
Absolutely. I mean, I do put a lot of like more stalking kisses for sure. Like, but I think for what's happening on this show this season, there's 4 weeks left. Like, it's about exploring your connections with people. I don't know if playing the game part of like, I'm not going to kiss him, make him want me more. Like, I mean, maybe in real life, I wouldn't kiss him. Maybe. No, I probably would. In that moment, I would still kiss him. But
Zeta's moment, absolutely would kiss him. In bed, coupling up with a guy after a day or two.
Oh, no, I wouldn't kiss him like the Bria style. No. But that kiss between them, there would be no part of me that would be able to stop myself. No. I wouldn't be able to.
And look at this. The thing is, if she did not kiss him, if Bria and him weren't having those moments, how do we get to this thing where they're making we couple every damn 2 days? So then it's like you're not really forward moving to figure out who is your best connection. You got to do these kisses. Yeah. It's not like they're doing hideaways. Thank God they didn't put in a hideaway yet.
Who did they put in the hideaway at this point?
I don't know, but the UK I felt like was throwing in the hideaway way too early. Way too
Too early.
early.
RC says after the roller coaster they had, there was no way that they weren't going to kiss in that moment with the feelings that they had before Bria came in. Absolutely. They've been missing each other. Like, if you have good kisses with somebody, you crave their kisses. You become addicted to their kisses. And so to not have that and then have this other kiss that it's not nearly as good, like, you would just be like wanting that energy and that connection back. There's no way that either of them would have been able to stop it. I don't think. They're so attracted to each other.
Yeah.
In a way that's a little bit more magnetic than I think that Bria knows what she's getting into.
And look at on the flip side, Jesse's not kissing Deb, and they've been coupled up for however long. They're not kissing in bed. There's nothing there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the kisses are very important to me. I would not be able to stop myself from having that moment. No way. So, and he says, oh my God, he says, the girls have nothing on you. Oh, like, to hear him say that, like, regardless of what happens later on, like, he's being truthful. He's being truthful.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't feel like, of all the boys that are in it, I don't feel like Timmy's a liar.
No, I think he might be like a little young and like, oh, I'm here, let me explore my, like the Dammy effect. But like, I think he knows what he has. And it could be like, what if it's like one of those things that they both stay separate until cast some more, shakes everything up, and then come back, and then they get back together? Like, maybe it'll be a little bit more lengthy. Like, I'm not sure how this is all going to play out, actually. But
no, because then that's what happened with Cash and Cinco. We all kind of hoped for that, and it didn't happen. I don't want that shit again. That's
true.
I don't want that. Like, there's a timing to it, and so, I have a theory on what's going to happen, but keep going.
Okay. We're almost there. So before the girls are going to bed, she does let the girls know that she had a little cheeky snog with Timmy. And I love how the girls are so supportive of her. Like, they're just like, Deb and Zeta just are cackling, and it's been, well, like the Villa Gods had allowed that moment to happen. Like, they didn't plan, I don't think, for them to both walk past each other in that moment where nobody else is around. And so the fact that that synchronicity happened, like, that's the gods that she's talking about. And I thought it was really, 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 it was such a cool moment. Like, as somebody that loves theater and love and like romance that's real. Like, I'm not really, I know that you like Hallmark movies and like romantic comedies. I'm not usually a fan of those, but I love really good love stories. So like, I was obsessed with A Star Is Born, and like what's the other one that Chocolat. Did you ever see Chocolat back in the day? It was with Johnny Depp. Yeah. I loved Chocolat and like Titanic, like these like just super epic love stories.
You said about 3 different movies that
you've never seen, or you don't find the love story good?
Never seen A Star Is Born. Chocolat was not bad, not my preference, and I hate the Chocolat movie. I hate Titanic.
Literally. I saw Titanic when I was 15. Like, I saw it 3 times in the theater. I was obsessed.
And the song was like the song from my graduating class. I hate that movie.
That's fine. I've only seen the Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper version, actually. I should go back and see at least the Barbra Streisand version. But I was going in watching A Star Is Born, not expecting to like it because I'm not a fan of Bradley Cooper, but I was on a plane. It's funny, I just told the story today. It's probably why it was on top of mind. And so I was on a plane and I was like, oh, I might as well watch this while I'm on a plane. Like, since I haven't seen it yet, it's a good plane movie. And I'm watching it and like, I'm boohoo crying. Like, my heart is like ripped out of my chest. Like, I can't even hear that song without being like, oh my God. So like the flight attendant was like just dropping off Kleenex on my tray. Like, as it was like, like ugly crying on the plane, audible ugly crying on the plane. Like, so I like not red eyes. Like, yeah. So I will see the other ones for sure, but I've only seen the Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga one. So what happened? Okay, I said, of course, Timmy kisses Bria in bed, but I think that he wants to actually see if there's the same connection, because from what I saw from that kiss, it wasn't it for me. It wasn't the same. So in the morning, did you notice this moment where Serenity, I don't know if she was making food or what she was, but she's at the counter and Chaz comes up behind her and bites her shoulder? I was like, Chaz, that's a little relationship. Excuse me.
It's something about the younger man, though. I feel like it. They'll take more of those like
Chance's
sexy
risks.
moments. Yeah, I liked it.
I mean, I think she was a little bit caught off guard. Like, she kind of was like, you know what I mean? But I was impressed by the boldness here.
Yeah,
appreciated it. And
it didn't feel put on. It didn't feel like
it was fine. It worked.
It felt it looked natural, like he really meant it. Yeah.
So Timmy and Isaiah have a talk, and she tells him about both of the kisses, and like I do like him. Like Isaiah's kind of like, like, you know, kind of bigging up the scenario a little bit, but he does say, and I think it's good advice, is that you need to be upfront with both of them, and that's kind of what has been Timmy's problem a little bit, is that he hasn't just been completely upfront with Zeta, well, with either of them really. And so hopefully he takes that to heart and just be like, this is what's going on. This is going on with me. Like, Zeta, I really, really like you. I really love what we have. I really love our connection, but we're on Love Island to explore our connections. And I do want to explore a little bit with Bria to see what's out there. And I want you to do the same, or what. He doesn't want to do the same, but, or something, but like, I think that he does need to be upfront with her a little bit instead of keeping her on the back burner.
I do love that Isaiah said, like, so what's the percentage here? And he tries to
50-50. There's no 50-50.
50-50. He's like, I think it's really 60-40, 65-45.
65-35. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even think, I think it's like 90-10, to be honest.
Yeah. And he was like, okay, yeah. Like, and I was like, okay, at least you're being honest now, because it's not 50-50. And I feel like it, like, as the day kept going on, it kept going like
So Sean is glad to see that Serenity gets some attention. Me too. It is what she deserves. Honestly, like, I enjoy this version of Serenity. I don't like seeing Serenity chase somebody that's not interested in her. I do appreciate her personality and like what she brings when she's not chasing, and being in kind of like that desperate kind of woman mode. Like, I like this version of Serenity so much better, and so I'm happy that we get to see this side of her for sure.
I'm liking Serenity more and more day by day.
I think that's probably part of it for sure, that she's not, she's desired, and so she's kind of, it's building her confidence, and we like people with confidence for sure. So Bryce and Jeff have a chat. I didn't write down anything about their chat, but did you?
It was just strategy and who they were going for, and basically Jeff is going for Zeta, and I think Bryce was like, you know, I think he was gonna go for Maddie primarily, but he's like that energy that he's getting from Courtney, I think it's high, and he was like, I think it was higher than Felipe liked, which I thought was funny because it's true. So yeah.
Oh, it was here where they had the conversation about finance and Silas, both being in LA. Actually, before that though, Deb and Sydney had a conversation. This is where Deb was saying like she likes him, but like she wants him to show like that she's care, like make a move, like I'm laying in your bed, like it just. We said it already, like, I don't know, 5 episodes ago. Like, he's not into you. Like, there's no way that like somebody that you're super attracted to is laying in your bed every single night, half naked, that you wouldn't want to like pull in for at least a cuddle. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. He
absolutely like not. they're not making out at night. She like Sydney's like, do you kiss? She's like, no. We don't really see them kissing during the day. He said he wants to take things slow. I, mm-mm, mm-mm,
It means that
not.
he's not that interested in you, and you're his back burner right now. Like
Yeah,
he went with you because he probably wasn't sure if he could have Val on like a, like the back burner, like I don't think that Val would let him do that. And so I think that that's why he chose Deb. I'm sorry, Deb. So that he can do whatever he wants and know that she's still going to pick him. So yeah. Because, like, why is he not making out with her? I think she's still pretty, and like they're supposed to have a connection. Kiss the damn girl.
said he likes blondes. He said he likes blondes.
Her energy, like they vibe. They're so good together. Like, well, prove it. Prove it. So Serenity and Zeta have a conversation. I think they were in the vanity room, and Zeta's like, I hate the fact that I like this boy. I really do like him, but I don't trust him. And I think that this is what's going to be dictating how she responds in the recoupling, because I want her to trust Timmy, but I don't trust Timmy either, which is really annoying. I don't trust Timmy, but I trust their connection, but I don't trust Timmy. Mm-hmm. And I've definitely experienced like thinking that connection means more. You know what I mean? Like that it means more security or more monogamy. You know what I mean? But like to guys, it doesn't always mean that, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Zeta is also really upset with the fact that she's his type, and so she can't really battle with being his type. And I think that I like that she's at least recognizing that, like she's just gonna let him explore his type. And I think she's a little bit just being like, you know what, go for it, Timmy, explore your type. You know what I am. All right, so we get a text, and it's a G-Force challenge. What do you think about this challenge? Did any moment stand out for you? Where they had to basically dunk themselves in cold water, come out of the cold water, then walk with like a parachute on their back against a wind blower, choose the girl that they want to kiss to give their dog tags to, lift them up, and make out with them on a motorcycle.
Some shaking of the table got done. Isaiah has no body fat because that man was getting windblown very quickly.
He chose Sydney, so that wasn't a surprise. Like, whatever.
Yeah, their thing was okay.
I think I missed somebody and I can't figure out who it is, but Andy, he chose Maddie. I think Maddie was saying that like, oh, he's sexy today. Like when he ripped off his shirt, he's sexy. I'm like, I think she just got that soundbite for the producers. I don't think she actually thinks he's sexy.
I'm starting to enjoy, or like miss his kisses when I don't get it. I was like, oh, okay, this is news.
There's no way. There's zero chance. What about Felipe pulling down his pants and showing his tattoo? I was like, I don't know if that's sexy, but okay, go Felipe.
It was
okay. He chose to kiss Courtney, of course. Pardon?
I said, happy for Felipe. I don't know. Like, I was like, what are we supposed to do with this information?
So Timmy, like when he went, he was like very cool when he went to the water, and he was going for the joke style as opposed to trying to be sexy at all. And he does not give his dog tags to Zeta. He gives it to Bria, and he picks her up and puts her on the motorcycle, and they had very unattractive kisses. It was like, I was like, ugh. And then Zeta says what I was thinking in her ITM. She says, does it look like the ones that I've had with him? No, they don't, Zeta.
Me?
No, they don't, Zeta.
And so a couple things of this entire sequence. I kind of wish he had like given his dog tag to like Zeta and then kiss Bria, or given the dog tag to Bria and kiss Zeta. But to be fair, I actually think him kissing Bria in front of Zeta was actually a good thing because I think she saw that there was no, like, to
There's
me,
no
like,
competition, no
yeah,
question.
no, the kiss he did in the game was more passionate than the kiss he did in this challenge, which is crazy. And I kind of feel like her seeing that, oh, okay, yeah, there's nothing there. I think is actually one of the determining factors of what I think she's going to do at the end of this recoupling.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. So then Jesse acting like a commander and he's telling the women what to do. And Deb is just assuming that he is going to pick her to kiss. And the boy kisses Serenity. He's trouble. Like, not in a good way. Like, that's rude. It's rude, rude, rude. And I'm happy that Serenity got picked for something like this. You know what I mean? Like, not just by Chaz. Like, but like, what is he doing?
I think it was a temperature check. It was a
To make sure
temperature
that
check
she's still interested in him.
to see how interested she would be to lay a path for eventual movement. I think we could see a potential game switch here.
Mm. So we see Bryce next, and he chooses Courtney, of course. And then Jeff. I thought Jeff was hot. And I was like, when he went, I was just like, oh my goodness. And then when he was kissing Zeta, like, it's not the same magnet that she has with Timmy, but this was still a sexy kiss. And he was like grabbing her ass, and like, I wouldn't feel good if I were Timmy and I saw that kind of kiss, because that's the type of kiss that could make somebody be like, okay, maybe I can play around with this a little bit more, because that was pretty good.
He was pretty pissed. Bria, her reaction had me dying. I was like, she was jelly. She was so jealous.
Well, because I think that she doesn't understand how Zeta can pull all these guys that she thinks. I think she thinks she's hotter than Zeta, and she doesn't understand why she can get this vibe and this energy from these two men that she wants.
I think totally different. I think
you don't think that she thinks that she's hotter than Zeta?
No, I don't even know if that's a factor. I think she was sitting there like, how is it she's getting all of this energy from that kisses and the stuff that I'm getting from Timmy is terrible. She's like, I want that. She wants the energy Jeff is throwing out.
For
she
sure.
told Timmy, no, he's my type, but I don't want to go. She's full of crud. She wants her type. She wants that energy. She already kissed him. She knows how it feels. I think she totally, if she could have Jeff, she would gladly take him.
But she's invested in the Timmy's trade now? Like,
I don't know what she's in, because there's no, the kisses that Timmy's giving her is nothing. Nothing. And getting worse and worse by the day at this
point. So yeah, he definitely won sexiest pilot. That was Jeff, because he definitely was. So the boys are still wearing their little short shorts when they come back to the villa. What he did say, I was his number one. Who said that? He did say I was his number one.
Zeta?
Must have been Zeta. Zeta saying that about Jeff.
Yeah.
I like her getting all this attention. It makes me happy.
Yeah, but Jeff is a player, so there's that.
That's possible too, for sure. He wants to stay in the villa. So Timmy says at one point, damn, it's not Zeta, when he's with Jesse and Felipe. Like, Bria's not bombing.
That's how the kiss came across. That's how the kiss came across to me. Like, she's there licking his lips off, and I'm just like, he's like, after that kiss, that was not. That wasn't. There's no. You lick when it's good. When it's good, the lick is like the extra, like, little topping at the end. Like, no, that was not a good kiss.
It wasn't good. Just because you licked somebody doesn't mean it felt good or it was the right time. They asked Jesse about his kiss with Serenity, and she's like, "Oh, she has scrumptious lips," and he wanted to kiss her. I'm like, okay, like I see what you're saying for sure that he's just laying the ground for a little switch up, but I don't know if he has the swag to be able to pull this off without getting dumped. So
I mean, it's boy's choice though, so.
Oh, that's true. He will have the choice. Literally, which sucks. I don't want him to have any power. Fuck. So it's big disrespectful is what Z is saying about the whole situation. Like, you know, you're going doing this challenge, your girl's standing there, she hasn't been picked by anybody yet, and then you kiss somebody else. It's big disrespectful.
Now we
I
got
do
a conversation that, listen, I'm into Serenity.
who did happen with that? Who did that happen to on season 2? And we're just like, oh, he kissed. Oh, when he kissed Justine and in front of wasn't it when he kissed Justine in the challenge in front of Rachel?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was this completely the same, but like it was still like the. Mm-hmm.
It was. I think it was no. Justine kissed him. My bad. Justine made that move.
Yes, she did. She did. But anyways, it was a similar type of like,
yeah,
shock. You know what I mean? That was going to happen. There's a little bit of a difference.
Yes, I agree. I think it was the same level of shocking because I didn't see it coming, and I don't think nobody saw Justine kissing Caleb. No, I didn't. I still that was still one of the best scenes I've ever seen.
I was like,
I went to our mouths dropped. It was so worth it. It was good TV. I'm gonna say this is probably second to that. That was like,
it was my jaw was dropped. I was like,
yeah, and it wasn't a bad kiss. Again, it wasn't a bad kiss. It was a good kiss.
He kissed her a little bit better than he's kissed anybody so far in the villa.
Yeah.
But definitely Zeta's like, you know, it's mad disrespectful, which it really, really was. I think that he's just so rude. Like, why is he doing that? It's just, and yes, and Chaz was pissed. Oh, Chaz was second. That's the person that I wrote down. So Chaz does go down second, and he kissed Serenity, of course. And
it was also a good kiss too.
Yeah. He has a little more swagger than I was giving him credit for before.
Same.
Okay, hold on. Jess says, I couldn't tell if I was being a hater or not, but the kisses between Bria and Timmy look so awkward to me. Not being a hater, they don't look good.
I don't mind Bria. And so I'm telling you this as a person who doesn't mind Bria and who actually wants her to find a connection. I want her to
find a connection.
Yeah,
sure.
Her connection is not with Timmy. Her connection is with either Jesse or Jeff. And that's just my opinion. Those kisses are not it. Not it.
No, that's not how you get a guy. Not those types of kisses.
Oh, Jeff is absolutely. I think that's why he was so ready to pick up Bria and Zeta, and then he did not pick up them.
He did. Put her on the table.
He didn't grab her ass.
No, he did not grab her Jessica also agrees that Serenity has been more chill. She seemed a little more anxious before. She's my second favorite girl for sure. Her one-liners throughout the episode cracking up. Zeta 100% is my first favorite.
Serenity could be my second. About tied for second for me.
Mm-hmm. I agree. She's definitely up there. Before I was like, oh, she's annoying. Now I'm like, she's okay.
Same.
Agreed. I think it needs to be a case where he picks her versus pick him in order to prove his loyalty. Are we talking about with Timmy?
Yeah. That's what everybody keeps saying, that they feel like they don't want her to pick him. She has to wait until the next go around and let him pick her. And again, then we are going to have a situation where what if that never happens? She could get dumped. He could get dumped. Why are we doing this? They're dumping people every 2 days. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. RC lacking completely. Bria can have Jeff now. Zeta's getting her man back. That scene was an amazing couple with
you and I are always here.
I agree 100%. I like Bria too. I just don't see her with Timmy. Agreed.
Yeah.
So Chaz, Isaiah, and Andy talk about Jesse kissing Serenity. Chaz was pissed about it. Also, we learned that Courtney is torn because she does like some of the security that Bryce is giving her, but she has this like passion with Felipe. Well, okay, we're gonna get to it in like 1 second. We get a text tonight. There will be a recoupling. The person not chosen is dumped. Why do they need to be dumped? Why can't they just be left vulnerable or left single for a week and then bring 2 bombshells in and shake it up? Like, I agree with you. It should be 1 every 3 days, maybe even once a week. You don't really need to dump people to make the show interesting
at all. Let's build connections again, so that then when people go to the hideaway, we're just like, and then when they break up in Casa Amor, we're just like, and then when they come back together after Casa Amor, we're like, can we do that? Can we do that?
Please. So they're all getting ready for the night, and Zeta doesn't know if she should go with her ego or her heart. They're both, she doesn't know which one is sitting in front row, and I definitely understand that. And so I think that her ego would be picking Jeff, just to be like, he wants me, he thinks I'm hot, it's going to piss Timmy the fuck off, and I'm going to have the upper hand in the situation. But would she really have the upper hand if she wants to be with Timmy? And it could be a decision that makes her lose him forever. So, or like at least for this time in the villa. So I think I totally get where she's coming from. I think that she will choose her heart personally. I think that's I think she's going to choose her heart. So at the nighttime, they're all going, they go down in the villa. Courtney and Felipe talks, and she does say that she wants to explore Bryce a little bit, but then they still kiss. Could they see them kiss? I don't know what the vantage point is from the treehouse.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I think the treehouse is very obscure. And we haven't seen the hideaway, right? I wonder if that could be like because I don't think you could see anything in the treehouse. You could see the terrace, but you can't see the treehouse at all.
Okay. So Jess is kind of new to Love Island, but it feels like too many dumpings so early. It's just like I think an American thing to like want the shock factor. As opposed to realizing and building these moments is why it becomes shocking when there's a dumping. Like it's not shocking right now. It's just annoying, right?
It is. Tyler's dumping was annoying to me, but I understand now why. It's because they were bringing in 2 boys.
Yes, but and two good bombshells actually.
Yeah, it's absolutely good bombshells. I think they both brought a good energy for the people that they were going out for. So I get it. Again, that's why I said, listen, I'm okay right now. I'm okay. But can we slow down on the dumpings? Like, can we just 3 days, every 4 days, maybe? Like, how you're going to do on a Friday? But there should be no dumping in between the Friday.
Yes, I agree. Jessica says, I feel like they rushed this. I guess they didn't want things to settle. If they had another day, I think choices would have been more clear.
That's I agree. True. I wonder if that is why they are doing it this way. They do not want it to be clear. They want things to be muddy so that the more mess that can happen. And to be fair, bless this mess. I loved a lot of the mess in this episode.
This is a good mess. Yeah. Definitely a good mess for sure. Can you imagine if they if they'd saved Bria for Casa Amor? Knowing Bria now, I don't think that she has Casa Amor bombshell.
She wouldn't have been a good Casa girl. She would have been terrible Casa girl.
Yeah, I don't think that she. No, I don't think it would have worked out because she would have maybe tried to go for Timmy, but like they would have been even more solid at this point. And
she would have been pissed.
She would have been pissed, but she might have ended up going for maybe Jesse instead. So
yeah.
So if they're going to dump people, at least give us a vote, right? I know, but we'll get a vote soon. We'll probably get a vote next week. And so we see, lastly, before the actual recoupling starts, Deb having a conversation with Jesse, and he says he struggles with PDA. This is such a red flag, or like an obvious flag. He's not into you. I struggle with PDA, except you go and you kiss somebody really passionately in front of everybody, like obviously right in front of me. That you don't have a problem
Does
with
he
PDA.
not understand what PDA means? Like public displays of affection. Like we know it's clear. Gemma in the UK obviously
She's just like,
struggles with PDA. What
exactly, but they
Jesse's
still
talking
kissed
about?
in private.
Right. What Jesse's talking about right now? I don't know what he's talking about. You literally kissed a girl multiple times. You've kissed a couple of girls multiple times in front of other people.
So like maybe he doesn't like romance or like things sensual. Like I don't know. He's weird. What did I write? I feel like you're just the one. Did he say that?
Oh, Jeff said that bullshit. Again, Jeff the player.
That's correct. Okay, yes. So they did have a little bit of a conversation, and he was definitely telling her that I came here for you. I think you're the one. Like, I think it's a little bit. I think that he's kind of like he wants in there because he sees that there's an opening, and this would be a good person to get in with. But I don't know if he's got enough to break them up right now. I don't know if he's got enough, but I think he's a good bombshell. I really want him to stay. We get the beginning of the recoupling ceremony. We see Sydney choose Isaiah. No surprise. Serenity chose Chaz. Happy about that. No surprise, though. Yes, and she kind of scared him a little bit, but like he came over. He was cute. He's cute.
Yeah.
And then Deb chooses Jesse, but she kind of like basically says like, you're on probation. I'm like, if you're going to choose him, that's not the way that you do it, because he's going to have dumping choice next, girl. And he's going to dump you.
What that, she's not smart. I've come to that decision because I was like, what are you talking about? He's going to choose the next time. You're not even going to have that as an option.
Problems with PDA, you go on a TV show called Love Island. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. He doesn't want to make out with you, Deb. That means he's not that into you. Find somebody else. Like, do not choose him. Like, do not choose him. Choose Jeff. Who cares? Like, Jeff was definitely laying it on thick. I might even be side-eyeing Timmy, but I would feel a little bit more comfortable with Timmy. Yeah, so I do think that she's going to choose Timmy because she's just going to be like, I want what's sure and what I know right now of a connection. And since I have the choice, I don't want to see that connection go. I think that's probably what she's going to say. And she's not going to care about stepping on Bria's toes. Like, the fact that the producers allowed her to go before Bria means that they want her to choose Timmy, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. I think that she's going to choose Timmy as well. And I basically, again, it was a couple of things that happened in the episode, but it's also her words. She's like, I'm going to choose me at the end of the day, always, and put my needs and wants first. And in my head, her next words are, I want my fucking man back. And I don't care on whose toes I'm going to step on to get him back. And that's going to be it. And I know people are going to be pissed because, again, there's just something that people want him to choose her. But I don't know how much more clear it can be that he says he wants her. He's going to choose her. Him choosing her, recoupling, it does not keep him with her. It just, like, it's not guaranteed that they're going to stay together, guys. Like,
absolutely. But her choice, who she wants to explore her relationship with right now is Timmy. And I think that she should, since she has the option to, she's not being forced to be in a relationship. Like, it would be different if, like, Bria came in and he chose Bria over Zeta. That would be completely different. But Bria's brother chose them to be in a couple for a couple of days. And so the fact that she's, like, sleeping by herself for a few days, I think she wants to sleep with her man back. And, like, you can still get to know Bria, but while you're in my bed. Like,
pretty much. And I think she sees that Jeff can crack on with Bria personally.
Exactly. I think it's totally fine. I think that Bria will be like kind of like like a loss, but like I think she'll be happy to crack home. There's better suited age wise. Like I think it all works out in the end.
Yeah, and to me, the only person really here who, I mean, because there probably is going to be another bombshell that comes in, but the only person here who, in my opinion, is in jeopardy is Deb, because really, Serenity has a choice, Bria has choices. I mean,
Courtney
one of
has
those,
choices.
Courtney, like none of those men are going to let those girls walk off the villa, not by
No,
choice.
no, no. So lastly, before we say goodnight, who do you think is going to that Courtney's going to choose? Because I think Courtney's going to go next. Do you think that she's going to stay with Felipe and just allow Maddie to choose between Andy and Felipe and what's his name?
Yeah,
Bryce?
yeah. That's if she goes first.
So if Courtney goes first, you think she's going to choose?
Felipe.
And then Maddie, you think she's going to choose between Bryce and Andy?
Yeah,
Do you think she's going to choose Bryce or Andy?
I don't know.
I think that they must have saved that for the next episode because she chooses Bryce.
Bryce. I could see it.
It's just too whack of a bring bombshells in for
Yeah.
24 hours and dump them. Like it's just too stupid, especially since there's two people that are interested in him.
Yeah. I just
Like,
can't
of
see
course,
Felipe going home. So that's the
yeah,
only
Felipe.
thing. I can't
Except
see
Felipe
Felipe
can't go
going.
home. Andy can go home because he's just been jumping around, hasn't found a connection. He did his little bit of bombshelling, or like bombshelling, but like creating a mess. But that drama is a little
Yeah.
bit lame.
And they're just
So
literally swapping out one white guy for another, to be honest.
I'm
So
more
that keeps
interested in
the
seeing what
ratio
Bryce has to bring, to be
same.
honest. So
Yeah, same.
well, that's pretty much it for this episode. I love this episode. I love the Zeta story. Like her plot line is what I'm watching for. Yes, I agree, Sean. Zeta is the MVP of the season. I don't. If she had gone home, I don't think I would have watched. I don't like. I think the fact that I'm so invested in her journey. No matter what happens, whether she gets back with Timmy and they break up, or she fights with him, or Casa Moore is terrible for both, like whatever. I'm on the journey of Zeta's love story for this whole season.
I
And
agree.
if they dare to do what they did to Cash by allowing her to go before the final, I have problems.
Reevaluate. Just really, really reevaluate. I think they know better now. Although I did say to somebody, I'm not sure, because these could be entirely new producers, to be honest.
It seems like it. They definitely have a new production team and editing
Mhm,
style, and
mhm,
so maybe they did like a little clean house.
mhm, mhm.
Dana
I
doesn't
think,
care for Felipe, unfortunately.
yeah.
He's
I
okay.
think what's missing are more of the conversations that, like, between people, so that we can understand where people's interests lie. 'Cause you can't tell me that Jesse didn't have a conversation, hasn't been having conversations with Serenity, because we see
Mm-hmm.
them sometimes just sitting there, and like somebody had said to me, like she's always hanging with the guys. um and so you can, I think, but this was before Chaz walked in, so I think she was kind of like, it was kind of like what India was doing. Remember in the beginning, before, like when she was with Ikena, but she didn't have a straight love interest. It was like
Mm-hmm.
she was just hanging with the guys, and that is how she built her friendship into romance with Dammy. I think that's very similar to what could be happening here with Serenity. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't trust Jesse. That's the only thing.
I do not trust Jesse at all. We're all still mad about the cash situation.
Yeah.
I think I told Tamika, I don't know if I told you guys, but I met Cash when I was in New York in May, and when I went up to her, I was like, "You were robbed." She's like, "You were robbed," and she's like, "Stop, stop, stop," and I'm like, "Robbed." So
She was.
I let her know that I felt as though she was robbed. I mean, I think she's done amazing things since the season. So many opportunities and doors are open for her, and I think they would have been open regardless of whether she won or not. But I think that she deserved to at least get to the final, and I would have voted for her sitting next to anybody. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So this is I'm getting the same vibe with Zeta right now.
Yeah.
Like Zeta is it for me for this season. She's my star.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, I can't even think of anybody. Like Cash was amazing. She's amazing right now in the Challenge USA. If you are not watching, it is literally worth it. Like they're trying to paint her as the villain, but I still love her. I'm going to tell you the truth. I love her
being
little
a villain.
comment.
Not even
like,
really. She's doing great.
Yeah, she's doing amazing. I'm so proud of her. Her and Justine, I think they're both doing great. So
Justine's doing really well. Really well.
So,
I'm proud of her too.
Yeah.
Well, this was a great conversation. I love this episode to talk about because we both love. And so it's nice to finally see a Black woman get a love story. Even if it has some bumps and up and down, it's not her chasing somebody that's not interested in her or her not getting chosen. Like she's the main character, and we don't often get to see the Black woman be the main character. So I'm really, really, really enjoying it. I also love the friendship between her and Serenity. Like I'm here for this season so far. So
yeah. What do you think about Serenity being the bone collector to her so often?
What do you mean?
Oh, she's always like spilling the tea to her about everything.
I love that. Oh, okay. I never really heard that term, but I guess I get it.
Oh, yeah.
They say it on what?
On Real Housewives of Atlanta all the time.
You're right. Anyways, point is that I actually really like this. Like, gather all the tea, Miss Ma'am, and bring it to Zeta. Yes, I love that.
And I think that Serenity's relationship with Bria is genuine. That like don't take that as like I feel like they're she's pitting them against each other. I do think it's genuine, but she is being a bit of a tea spiller.
Oh yeah, I mean, Bria also has to kind of know that's going to happen, right? Yeah. But I don't find that the way that Serenity's doing it is in a super like a way to cause drama necessarily. I think it's just to inform Zeta so she can make an informed decision. So when she found out that they kissed in bed, she's like, oh, well, she said that they kissed in bed. And Zeta didn't blow up or anything like that. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Like, I don't trust Timmy right now, blah, 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 blah. But like, I think it's being a good friend, how Serenity is using any of this information. I don't think it's her being a bad friend to Bria necessarily, just because she's a stronger connection with Zeta at this point.
Yeah. And even like I just loved when who was it? Was it Courtney who's like, oh, that Timmy's like done for? And she's like, no, he's not done for. What are you talking about? But I also think that that's the difference between age and experience and like, girls versus women. Like we understand when you get to a certain age, you understand that certain things can happen. You just need to figure out how you're going to handle them, deal with it, and that kind of stuff. So
yes. Well, thank you for having this conversation. We will be back on Sunday. It might be a little bit of a late one again because I will be doing a recap of Big Brother's at 8. If Big Brother's at 8, then there's no problems, I don't think. We'll figure it out, but we'll be going on in the evening on Sunday, obviously regular at 6 or 6:15 on Sunday for Love Island UK. What do you have going on that you want to share with the people, if anything?
Still trying to figure out. I gotta look this weekend on how I can get our watch parties back, people. I do miss them. We were having so much fun, and the live reactions to this episode would have been so enjoyable.
Oh, so fun. So
So we will figure that out. I miss you guys in the chat for that. But we will see you again on Sunday. Enjoy your day off. If tomorrow's an unseen bit or
I'm gonna watch
replay, watch it. It's just been a good week of TV. So
yeah, I'd say watch it because I feel like we're gonna get more Timmy and Zeta, and like and maybe even we'll get some Serenity and Nessie. Like, I don't know. I want more. So yeah, I think this is the first week that in a long time where I've been like, ooh, I want to see more what's going on. Let me watch Unseen Bits. Because even on the UK version, I think it's been a solid season, definitely in the top half of the seasons. But I haven't been compelled to watch Bit on what's it called?
Unseen Bits.
What is it called? What is it called in the US?
In the US, they haven't set a new name, so I'm just calling it Unseen Bits.
Okay. So Unseen Bits. Like, I haven't been compelled to watch it. I'm just like, nah, I don't need to know I don't need to see their silly challenges necessarily. And some people will send me the clips if it was something cute with India and Dami or Ekansu and Davide, but I didn't feel compelled to watch it. I've actually feel compelled to watch this one this week because I feel like a lot of connections happen. So can't wait. So we'll see you guys twice on Sunday, but have a great day off. And I'm gonna see if I can go find Cinco because I saw that he's in Toronto because Tamika let me know that he's here for Caravana, and I went to his stories and I can see that he is here. And he's saying the people of Toronto are welcoming him. So I'm going to see if he has a good party that he's going to go to that maybe I can crash. I used to be cool. I used to know people to get into parties. So we'll see if I can figure it out.
And I told Pat I'll have a great time.
We'll see. I mean, it might be wishful thinking. I might be like, hey, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed now. But I might make an effort to see if I can try to figure something out. So maybe I'll have something to report on. That'd be fun. Anyways, you guys are the best. Make sure you subscribe to both of our channels, like this video, and let us know, who do you think is going to be dumped? Do you think it's going to be Andy? Do you think it's going to be Bryce? Or do you think it's going to be Felipe that's going to be dumped from this episode? And who do you think that Zeta's going to choose? Is she going to go and stick with her heart and go for Timmy? Or do you think she's going to go with her ego and go for Jeff? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we can continue this conversation there. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.